Yo, hello everyone. Now, finally, there is the video about the Yokin account. Yeah, I thought it's maybe pretty good to make an account overview. Yeah, the reason basically why I'm no longer play on this account is basically, yeah, I have to admit it's too expensive for me to play such an account. I was not willing to spend for the daily upkeep anymore. Plus, the account is not maxed, so you always you was always on a disadvantage. Don't worry, with the Yokinod is good. We fixed everything. Let's say, yeah. But for me, the journey on this account ends right now. Yeah, maybe an additional thing, if you need some gems or some stuff like this, I also put something in the description from a trusted person. Go check it out. And now enjoy the video and yeah. Leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm. Plus, check out the Twitch channel. Thanks. Bye. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Yeah, Yokin account, pretty thick boy. I think we should start like with the lowest and then increase what he has. So let's start at the back. So you can see 23 billion food, 9 billion stone, 9.6 billion wood, 7.8 billion ore, 8 billion gold. So with resources pretty much stacked. Troops, of course, we did not really rebuild after the last Baron, so but it still has a fairly good amount of troops, so don't get me wrong. But you can see that this account is able to rebuild, so that would be not a problem. And I think with the lower amount of might, it's still a very good account because you can migrate to a lot of kingdoms with cheap migration. I think that's then a good opportunity to look at the bags, or to the bag in general. It has some chests which are not really needed. Combat, okay, yeah, shields. What do I have to say about it? Yeah, some 70%, a lot of 50%. Yeah, the other one is, I think, not really relevant. Also speed ups, as you can see, this account is able to rebuild. Look at the 3 days. Yeah, training boost also a lot. A good amount of 75s. I would not say a decent amount, but it's still a good amount of 75. So you can do some Baron with it, some anti-solos and stuff like this. Of course, research speed is a lot. You don't really need it. Yeah, some carpets not that high, let's say. Yeah, as you can see, training speeds it has a good amount, not like crazy amount, but a good amount. So you can build some T4s with it to rebuild. And I think the major thing what makes this account also very valuable is the amount of crafting speed that this account has, 1.7k. Yeah. If we look at the other bags, what is worth mentioning? I think maybe okay, first of all, the energy, it has, I think, like 40 million energy or something like that. So you can do whatever you want, hunting, get more gems with the hunting bus or whatsoever. Scrolls, you might think it's not much, but yeah, this account has, if we look at the guild coins, 70 scrolls. So with that, I think their migration is not a big problem. License to kill, quite some devil caps. Also, if there's an update, it has some tomes. Yeah, if we look at the Lunite, 800, 1.4, 1.6 billion Lunite. So yeah, some techno labels as well. So if you want to finish, or if someone wants to finish some researches. Yeah, I don't think I have to tell much about research because you might know it's like almost maxed. Like the important thing, let's say, are maxed. Upgrade defense is not completely, but it's useless. Okay, this one, maybe for Dragon Arena, it's worth to have an additional army. Of course, all the war things are done. What a surprise! Let's say, not a big surprise actually. yeah, you might already expected that. Of course, as you saw, he has T5. Yeah, maybe let's look at this familiar. So familiars wise, you can still work on it, and I think it's a good thing, so you don't get boring. First of all, I have to say all the war stats, and by war stats I mean the skills, like army HP, defense, attack, or whatever is maxed. All the war stats maxed. Most of the army talents are maxed, like the important level 5s and stuff like this. But you see here some useful stuff, like this or this. They are not done. Of course, all the 5 familiars are done. I think maybe what's worth mentioning, like this one is of course nice to have. Worth mentioning is, okay, this one, no, not this one. This one, the shield one is done, but you see already the Cav one is not completely maxed, and the Snow Beast is not maxed. But I think the HP ones are also, let's say, at a very, very good level. 80% more. I think that's probably like very equal to the shield one. Yeah. So that is done. Maybe a very nice thing about this is the update. So Vergeway is done. And you see already, he has a lot of those to level 15. And these are huge stats that adds up. Attack, HP, defense. And most of the rest of these stuff is level 14. So you have to maybe invest a little bit, either gems or keys, to get this done. Yeah, it is built to infirms, which is not really necessary to mention. Yeah, let's look at the gear stats. I think I will not consume anything, so you will not see all the stats from it, because yeah, I should not consume anything anymore. Infantry stats I can show because talents are on infantry. Gear is almost to infantry, except of the weapon. So if we look at it, 870% plus, you need to keep in mind 30% more from the offhand, 900 plus Fury is missing, plus, no, we have the Fort, so Fort is included, but Fury stats are missing, so over 900%. You also see some of the Tigris Ursa is included. It's like between, so we have 3 purple ones, Tigris, the rest is blue Tigris Ursa. So yeah, of course for Ursa sigils you can spend a lot of money, so yeah. Let's look at the range gear. It's not worth showing now because I would have to rejewel and stuff like this, and I don't think I should use the gems. So yeah, we have 4 purple royal jewels, which is massive. Still working, or yeah, there's still work to be done, but in general, of course, okay, this one would be probably also better for range, but anyway, it's a pretty decent range set as well. Cav set looks, from the first look, it doesn't look special, but I think already the accessory makes the Cav set very special. Maybe also offhand. Okay, Cav helm is missing. Garg belt maybe also, but the Gargantian, the Garg champion for Cav, but the Garg belt is very close, so yeah. And I think most important is that it has a full mythic champ set. Not even like this one, but you could already exchange the weapon. And yeah, let's say this was always our either 947 or 749 mix set, 424, whatever you want to call it. Mix gear, which works pretty well, I would say. And it's almost done, let's say, for a 442 or 794 or 974 gear, whatever you need, if you place, of course, the right jewels. If you look at the other gear pieces, yeah, it still has work to do. 116 sigils, okay, maybe not really necessary for this account. T5 gear not at the optimum. Monster gear, pretty nice. Yeah, I think it's a pretty nice account. But what I also have to say is what makes it very hard to play this account. It is meant to be also, let's say, kind of also base stat lead or base war lead, but yeah, 11Ks are missing, and this is a huge disadvantage, I would say. So yeah, you always struggle with leading at Wonder Wars, Baron, and this makes it very tough, let's say. But yeah, I think I showed all the important features. Maybe let's go one more time through the cabinet. It has a lot of stuff. Not too much stuff, but I think the necessary stuff it has, the important stuff it has. But yeah, maybe also to the jewels. It has 2 blue Baron jewels. They got one's 3rd place. It is kind of prepared also maybe for a mythic jewel upgrade a little bit, let's say. At least some backup jewels in there. Yeah, still some sigils also. Okay, I don't think I need to go through that. Yeah, last day on the account.